Fox News goes absolutely off the charts in its anti-Israel rhetoric. Wait, that was supposed to be a conservative news network. Not anymore, folks. We're going to uncover the deep anti-Israel rhetoric that's going on in Fox News right now. Welcome to the Israel Guys, where we believe that in a world of Jew hatred and anti-Israel propaganda, you should connect in the true and authentic stories of Israel. We're talking about Fox News, and there's a latest headline that just hit the Fox News network that is absolutely appalling to me. And maybe you didn't catch it, but literally I was here and on site for two incidences. We're talking about terrorist attacks that were right here. I actually witnessed these attacks, and the report that you got on Fox News is absolutely insanely nowhere close to the truth. Nowhere close. And actually anti-Israel as it can possibly get. Let's just take a dive into the headlines. Palestinian, here's the headlines I quote. Palestinian killed in West Bank as Israel opens fire on armed suspects. What in the world? Now, from this headline, it looks like, well, Israel's the killer. Yeah, Israel killed, right, the Palestinian in the West Bank. And these weren't terrorists, according to this headline. They're just armed suspects. The word suspects means that there's no terrorism involved here. They're just suspected of, and Israel brutally killed them. No, absolutely false headline, misleading headline at its finest, and actually something that you would see on CNN, Al Jazeera, or any of the other hostilely anti-Israel opposed organizations. Fox News is just adding and joining the choir with this anti-Israel rhetoric. That's just the headline. We're going to dive in for a deep story on what actually happens here. And remember, I was here, and I actually know what happened because I heard the fires, the shots fired, literally. I was up and alert for the incident. All right, here's the opening lines of the article. The Israeli military, and this is quoting directly from the article, the Israeli military opened fire on, again, armed suspects during a routine patrol in the West Bank on Sunday, killing at least one Palestinian. Again, armed suspects. That's not the language we use when we're talking about a military force going in and heroically taking out a terrorist. Where's the word terrorist? No mention of terrorist. This is the first line. And the real story, ladies and gentlemen. The real story is that there's a group of American volunteers on the Mount of Blessing, and there's a terrorist shooting at that community. Note, if there was any article in Fox News, it should be that a terrorist is literally shooting. There's 150 Americans in an Israeli community inside Judea and Samaria, and a terrorist is shooting at that village. That should be the story, and it's truth be told, that's what was happening. The community, the beautiful community, was being shot at by a hostile Arab terrorist with a machine gun day after day after day. Just literally indiscriminately grabbing a machine gun and just shooting it at the village. Okay. And is that what we're getting out of this Fox News report? No, we don't hear a word about a terrorist that is taking his gun and shooting at a village, breaking a window in the village. We don't hear anything about that. No, and we're still continuing down the article. And that is the real story. This is what is going on. And Israel's response to that is what we'll find out here. The military opened fire on an armed suspect. The suspect is the one that is shooting indiscriminately into a village that I happen to be in. Okay? Along with lots of other Americans and people from all over the world, for that matter. We'll continue. The Palestinian Health Ministry identified the slain fighter. Remember, they were successful. We'll continue. The slain fighter as Saeed Al-Koni, a member of the Lion's Den, a militant coalition. That's all they have to say about it. It's the Lion's Den, a militant coalition. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank God the IDF went in, and the truth be told, the heroic IDF soldiers went in and took out a hostile Arab terrorist belonging to the newly formed Lion's Den group, a hostile organization, terrorist organization of young people dedicated to do one thing and one thing only: kill Jews. So much so, one of their chief protocols is they don't use bullets unless They're there to kill Jews. They don't just shoot guns in the air like most of the Arab world, because they say that's not according to their protocol. Their bullets, every one, should be used to kill Jews. That's the lion's den. Again, Fox News is not reporting the truth to you. They're reporting a militant coalition. Sounds like some wordy language, making sure that you don't understand the real truth of the situation. Shooting at me and the rest of these Jewish people, these civilized Jewish communities that are peacefully sitting in their villages, lawyers, doctors, rabbis, you name it, that are just trying to work and do their jobs. You've got a hostile Arab terrorist involved at the Lion's Den militant coalition, terrorist group, shooting at us. And this is what they have to say. Once again, absolutely idiotic and unacceptable from Fox News' standpoint. This cannot be continue on this way. The article continues on. The incident occurred when Israeli troops fired on armed suspects driving a vehicle and a motorcycle in the West Bank city of Nablus, right beside me. According to a statement from the Israeli Defense Force, this was issued right from the Defense Force. Now, I got to note again, it's terrorists that we're dealing with. And we're dealing with a IDF whose job is to take out terrorists, people that want to kill innocent civilians and shoot at cities that have nothing to do with a battle against a military. They're shooting indiscriminately at citizens of Israel. It's got to be stopped, and this is what happened. And again, the context here. They're calling Al-Konis the slain, right? They're saying, and I quote, Al-Konis slaying. They use the word slaying. What? You can't, how do you slay a terrorist? Come on, folks. Absolutely ridiculous. All terrorists should die. They should die quickly. They should not be allowed to live. It's a war against terror going on in Israel. I'll continue on with the quote. Al-Konis slaying was the second to take place near Nablus in many days. The IDF troops shooting a second fighter who carried out an attempted ramming attack on a roadblock. Attempted ramming attack. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Fox News is completely off their rocker, saying attempted ramming attack. No, this was right outside my door here. There was no attempted ramming attack. He rammed into the IDF post, security post, and note again, it's not a roadblock. It's a post is off the side of the road to be there for security purposes. It's not blocking the road off. It's a post that's sitting there and to keep security. The terrorist rams the post in an attempt to kill IDF soldiers. So again, it's not an attempted ramming attack. As much as Fox News would want you to believe that terrorists are good and Jews are bad, that is absolutely inaccurate. It's not even close to the truth. The ramming attack, once again, happened just outside my village here. The shooting attack happened right on the other side of the village, of which I heard the shots fired multiple mornings in a row from the terrorist. Again, we're talking about absolute inaccurate reporting from Fox News, and it's leading the world to believe Jews bad, terrorists good. Unacceptable behavior. We'll continue on. We'll quote the article directly again. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry condemned Saturday's killings, saying Israeli forces had killed a defenseless Palestinian. The slain man was identified as Muhammad Ali Hussein Awad. Now, why would the Fox News agent reporting on this matter feel it necessary to quote the Palestinians' horrible, inaccurate media to the world and not report the truth? They're going to report a baseless, no truth involved position from the Palestinian government that says that a person who rams with a car IDF soldiers with the intent to kill them is not a terrorist. They're going to call him, quote, defenseless Palestinian. If this doesn't ruffle your feathers, I don't know what would. It's time to hold Fox News accountable, and I would say the best way to do that is just unsubscribe. There's much better news sources that will actually tell you the truth out there. I'm an eyewitness here that's telling you absolute fabricated nonsense is being brought to you on Fox News when it comes to what is actually happening here in Judea and Samaria. Again, with the intent of making a terrorist look good and Israel bad. Jews good, terrorists Jews bad, terrorist good. Now that's backwards and insanity. Why in the world Fox News thinks that's good? I don't know. Maybe it sells subscriptions. I don't know. But again, the story is absolutely ridiculous. We're pulling up a picture here. This picture is IDF with their guns up, barrels loaded. They're making Israel look like the aggressor here. Israel's aggressive, right? And the caption underneath it says, Israeli soldiers take position at a roadblock near the West Bank town of Nablus. Yes, Israeli forces on Saturday shot and killed Palestinian terrorist, Palestinian motorcyclist. And again, the Palestinian motorcyclist, why you call a terrorist a Palestinian motorist. Fox is trying to tell you, he's just innocently driving down the road. What would be so wrong with, and IDF so aggressively is attacking such an innocent Palestinian motorist? He's just driving his car and they're just going to kill him. Idiotic. He's a terrorist that is trying to kill Jews, and Fox News is telling you that that's okay. He's actually just a Palestinian motorist. And then we'll continue on with the quote, who allegedly tried to ram his car into a group of soldiers patrolling the occupied West Bank. Two big problems with the sentence. He allegedly tried to ram his car into a group. No, he didn't allegedly try to ram his car into a group. He did ram his car into a group of IDF soldiers. Thank God none of them died. He did do it. He didn't allegedly, just accidentally, or supposedly do it. No, he did run his car into a group of IDF soldiers patrolling the road. And the other, what are you, CNN or some Al Jazeera is like the Arab news. Occupied West Bank? Who uses that kind of language except severe leftist? And now Fox News is going to tell you that it's now occupied. Israel doesn't belong here in Judea and Samaria. Nonsense. If Israel doesn't belong here in Judea, where do Jews belong? Fox News, get a grip and get with it. If Israel doesn't belong, if Jews don't belong in Judea, Americans definitely don't belong in America. Chinese don't belong in China, and Russians don't belong in Russia. Get a grip. Jews belong in Judea. You can't call Jews cannot occupy Judea. It's insane. It's like Americans occupying America. You're absolutely off your rocker, insane terminology here, and you're leading the world into a Jew hater direction, and that's unacceptable. We'll continue on. The Israeli police, this is again a quote, Israeli police deliberately shot Awad with the aim to kill him. You can't get more hateful than this. This is Fox News at its finest, hating Jews, hating Israel, and trying to convince the world that the terrorists are actually the good guys. The Israeli police deliberately shot, and this is quote right out of the article. Go just tap on the link in the description below for that article. The Israeli police deliberately shot Awad with the aim of killing him after his vehicle collided with a police vehicle in a traffic accident. Now that is a fabrication of the story at its finest. The police, bad guys, they deliberately shot, and they're not saying anything about terrorism here. And they're also, and they intended to kill him, and it was just a traffic accident. He accidentally, according to this report, rammed into, or no, they didn't even say that. It was an accident, a traffic accident, and the police just pull out and shoot him. Fox News. How evil can you get this story? That is not what happened. Again, this is right outside my door. The terrorist driver rams the soldiers, and the soldiers return fire immediately to his ramming and kill him. That's exactly what should have happened to him. He's a terrorist. He's a part of the terrorist group. He belongs to a terrorist group, and he deserves to be killed immediately. If any terrorist attempts to kill Jews, the first thing that needs to happen to him is he needs to die, and he needs to die quickly so he doesn't kill any more Jews. Got that right? That's what needs to happen. No qualms about it. Terrorists need to be taken out. That's what the Israeli police were doing here. Again, Fox News is not telling you the truth. They're telling you that the police are bad and that the terrorists are good. Bad. All right, and then we're going to move on down the article. There's a picture with a caption of a burnt motorcycle, and they're going to, poor guy, he burned his motorcycle. The Israelis, they burned his motorcycles. Here's the quote underneath the picture. The charred remains of the motorcycle are pictured in Nablus in the occupied West Bank. Here they are using leftist language again. Occupied West Bank. What in the world are you saying? No, this is not occupied. We'll continue. Following clashes between IDF forces and the Palestinian militants. Again, they forgot to use the right word. Palestinian terrorist with the ideology and the goal of their mission is to kill Jews. All right? They haven't told you that in the whole article. They're terrorists, and they're here to kill Jews. And then it continues on. Israeli troops killed a Palestinian militant in the occupied West Bank on Sunday. That's the caption for this picture. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm fired up about this, but I am rightfully fired up that a supposedly conservative news network has joined the choir with all the leftist, anti-Israel, all the haters in the world. Fox News is now joined the choir and is posting and reporting Israel the bad guy, terrorist the good guy. Delete it. Stop listening to this. I'm telling you, they're putting it out there and it's got to stop. And right now, you have a voice in the world. Just cancel. Stop it. Stop listening to this anti-Israel rhetoric. Whatever. You can get some news, but don't get your Israel news from Fox. It's absolutely insane and Jew-hating at its finest. Shut it down. Guys, with that, I'm going to leave you with something positive. Who wants to be a part of something good? There's this thing called BDS, and no, it's not what you're talking about. It's called Bless, Defend, and Serve, right? Let's rework these titles. Let's rework these things. Let's not let them have the good stuff. No, we got new definitions for things, and this is what we're going to call it. We're going to bless Israel. We're going to defend Israel, and we're going to serve Israel. And the way to do that is go to Blessed by Israel, blessed Israel.com, and join the Heartland Challenge. We want to support the people of the heartland of Israel, the Jewish pioneers that are out here. They're, in truth, doing amazing things here in the heartland of Israel, and there's a way you can support them directly. I don't know if you know this, but you can buy products directly from Judea and Samaria, from small Jewish companies, and support these small companies and allow them to success here in their efforts of settling and continuing Jewish presence here in Judea and Samaria. I don't know of a better way to be a part of what's happening than to literally right now go on Blessed by Israel, B-U-Y, Israel, and support. Join the Heartland Challenge. Take a product, whether that's olive oil or soap or jewelry, whatever it is, and just say, no, I'm just going to do this year. That's the Heartland Challenge. I'm only going to buy specific product from Judea and Samaria. All of my olive oil is going to come from Judea and Samaria this year. You can do that. Join the Heartland Challenge. Add again, Blessed by Israel, B-U-Y, Israel.com. And on checkout, if you will, put Josh in and you'll get $5 off your first order. Again, put Josh in at checkout and you'll get $5 off your order. Again, guys, subscribe. Don't forget to get the conversation going in the comments below and tune out that fake, awful news and tune into what's actually happening here in the heartland of Israel. We'll be back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with the direct connection to Israel, the Jewish people, and specifically the heartland.